Okay, so it's time for starting the next session. So it's on Japan's nuclear supply chain and its policy. So, first of all, thank you for joining us for this workshop. And on behalf of the Japanese government, it's my great pleasure to be here at the World Nuclear Exhibition. Okay, so at the outset of this workshop, I would like to give you just briefly a 10 minutes presentation on the Japanese nuclear policy. Okay, here is the history of the Japan's electricity production by sources. So from the late 1970s, the share of the nuclear energy actually is colored in purple, so you can see it actually is here. So, it's steadily, increased, until 2011, but as you all know that, because we have the earthquake in 2011, so we had to stop all its operation after the earthquake. But now we gradually restarted its operation. Okay, so here is the forecast of the electricity demand. Well, so actually this is the latest forecast, and it's already included in the when we set up the new 7th strategic energy plan. So this shows that it is first time in 20 years that electricity demand is projected to increase steadily. So this is because, as we all know that increasing electricity demand driven by the increase of data centers and also other electricity intensive industries such as semiconductor manufacturers. So actually this year in February, the Ministry of Economy, Trade and Industry of Japan, we announced the latest new 7th strategic energy plan. And in this plan, we said that, nuclear energy plays an essential role. So actually it is said that we will maximize the use of decarbonized power sources to meet the growing demand, and while minimizing the cost increases. So this is the outlook of power sources, power mix towards the fiscal year 2040. So precisely, in the new power generation mix towards 2040, we will double the share of nuclear energy. So, nuclear energy is, so it's colored in blue here. So we will double the share of nuclear power energy up to around 20%. And while reducing the share of the thermal power to half. Okay, so this is just for your information, but this is the Japan's NDC for reduction of GHG emission. And we set new additional milestones. 60% reduction of GHG gas by fiscal year 2035. And then 73% reduction by 2040 compared to, 2013 level. Then, of course, at the point of 2050, we will realize the net zero emission. Okay, so this is the Japanese principles in the energy policy and also green transformation. So the first one is about triple breakthrough. So that's our the goal. So actually the idea here is we would like to achieve the 3 goals at the same time. So the first one is energy security. So nowadays, this is the growing concern on the energy security. So this is one of the goals to be achieved. And of course, economic growth and emissions reduction. So we try to, achieve these 3 goals at the same time. And then another, idea here is the various pathways. So the idea here is, of course, we share the goal of net zero emission by 2050. But at the same time, each country has its own restriction. And so actually each country can make its own practical energy transition through various pathways. So this is the idea we would like to promote, especially in the Asian countries. So, actually we and also Australia and also some Asian countries, we are having the idea of the so-called AZEC, so Asia Zero Emission Community. So actually our the basic idea is to like base this in various pathways. Okay. And then, so now we turn on to the like nuclear energy policy. And then, actually today the time is limited, so I just touch upon only 3 issues. Okay, so the first one is the first and the most important thing in terms of the Japanese nuclear energy is we would like to restart nuclear power plants in Japan. Well, as I already mentioned in the outset of this presentation, so because of the earthquake happened in 2011, we had to stop the operation. And then now we actually restarted some of the operation. So now we restarted 14 reactors. And well, some of them are still just waiting in line. And well, most of the nuclear power plants that have restarted are, well, is a PWR type. But at the end of the last year, like 2 BWR reactors started their operation. So this is really a big step. And then another our policy objective is to develop the next generation, well, advanced type of reactors. So, well, various technologies are under development for the next generation advanced reactors, including the advanced large-scale type of light water reactors, and of course, the SMRs, and the first reactor, the HDGR, and the nuclear fusion. Well, and the total investment for these, well, is estimated to be around 6.4 billion euros in 10 years. Well, the last thing is about the supply chain. Well, actually, this slide shows Japan's outstanding, well, suppliers. So Japan's suppliers provide high quality and reliable, well, plant equipment to nuclear power plants in the world and contributing to the safe operation of reactors. Well, and we are also working to strengthen the supply chain through collaboration with other countries as well. And for that purpose, Japan has established a supply chain platform, so implementing support measures for, well, let's say, obtaining overseas certification and also promoting exchanges with foreign companies. So actually, this type of event is a perfect occasion for them to just present their technologies and then having the the ties or networks with the overseas companies. Well, and actually here is the list of companies that are participating in this WNE this time. So I hope, this occasion is a really nice occasion to provide their information on their products and also strengthen the robust supply chain through the B2B meetings held here in Paris. Okay, so I just stop there. Then I would like to move on to the second part of this session. So I would like to call the Japanese presentators, and then they will just present their products. So okay, so first presenter is so Mr. Yamazaki. He is a fellow of Toshiba Energy System and Solutions in the Corporation.
Thank you, Ueno-san. It's very great pleasure to give me time to introduce Toshiba Corporation. So let's get started to introduce Toshiba Energy System Solutions. So today I'd like to explain Toshiba's global nuclear project and innovative light water reactor IBR. At first, I'd like to introduce our footprint. So Toshiba headquarters are located in Tokyo, and we have many factories in global. And this shows our business domain of Toshiba nuclear energy. From uranium mining and fuel manufacturing, and also plant construction, then we have many range of the nuclear business. There's extensive experience in the more than 30 overseas NPP projects. The left side shows our generator stator rewinding project, and the right side shows our reactor component supply experience. And also, we have ABWCOL acquisition, and we supply steam turbine generator, and also we supply the service with steam turbine generator inspection tools. This shows our effort towards innovative nuclear reactors. Left side shows our IBR. This is dress up. So the right side shows our lineup for the from the IBR to the gas reactor, and also fast reactor. Final slide shows our innovative light water reactor IBR, the very features. This incorporates lessons learned from Fukushima Daiichi accident and complying with Japanese new regulation and global object. The main feature is it achieves the highest level of safety and also high reliable containment based minimizing the release of the fission product. And finally, the large light water reactor with feasibility and robustness and economic efficiency. Thank you very much for time.
Okay, so thank you, Yamazaki-san. So I would like to introduce the next presenter. So Mr. Tomita, he is the general manager of the IHI Corporation.
Nice to talk to you. So thank you very much to join the meeting. My name is Kazuhide Tomita of IHI. I'm a business development manager, especially for the global market of nuclear business field. So I would like to explain our nuclear business summaries. So at first, this is the IHI companies, all of company overviews. So we established 1853, almost 170 years since starting as a shipbuilding yard. So currently, some major four business areas. See the bottom pictures. One is energy field. Next one is industrial machines. The third one is aero engine, space, and finally is social infrastructures like a bridge building. So nuclear business is one of the business portfolio belonging to the energy business areas. So maybe as you can see, so IHI is for business area, but good in especially for the machining and the welding techniques. So for the nuclear business, so this slide shows a nuclear life cycle. So IHI's business model is at first starting fabrications, including engineering too. So fabrication starting, after that, nuclear part building. Then, so we are we can perform a nuclear plant building in the domestic field. After that, nuclear fuel cycle system. So we are building a nuclear fuel cycle system plant in Japan. So such kind of so currently, so as you know, after the Fukushima disasters, we are business field so expand to the decommission and decommission work for the especially for the current Fukushima #1 plant. So this is a history of IHI. So for just starting in 1955 for the nuclear business, so some part of the boiler plant. So maybe the target point is for the global 1973, we obtained ASME and NPT stamps, so we can supply to the global market. After that, so basically, so BWR business continuously, but participate for the PWR business, and currently participate for the SMR business, basically as nuclear suppliers. So this is IHI nuclear shops. So our nuclear shops located in Yokohama area. It's near Yokohama port. It's port of large port of export. Therefore, it is easy to export our equipment from the Japan to the overseas countries. So currently, so there is a located IOI shop. So currently, so we are planning to expand our nuclear business equipment fabrication for the IOI works. So this slide shows our business portfolio of the nuclear business. So left upside, the nuclear component and engineering, mainly especially for the nuclear large equipment, such kind of vessels and steel component. Of course, so right side, so nuclear fuel cycle plant, we building in the north side of the Japan. And right downside, so currently, so we are started for the decommission and decontamination work for the Fukushima number 1 works. And so, in addition, so for the in near future, so we expand business for the advanced reactor, small module reactor. Not only generation 3 plus type, light water reactor type, SMR, but also the planning to expand for the generation 4. So like high temperature gas reactor and the sodium reactors. So in these years, we IHI obtained ASME Section 3 Division 5 NPT stamps. Therefore, so we can supply, it's easy to expand such kind of a high temperature equipment in the world. So this is a certification. So of course, we are NPT under NAs. And so countries, so as explained, including not only Division 1, 2, but also Division 5. It's an old slide. So I explained, so especially for the IHI is good in manufacturing. So this is one of the sample of our equipment. So the point is, number is big, such kind of 8,000 ton bending press, and under photos, 1,000 ton furnaces, and the photographs are right side, RT test building. Such kind of equipment is easy to the testing and furnace, all of finishing component, not only partial, but if we fabricate finishing a component, then we can furnace and RT testing at the one time. So it's a sample. So current to our business for the US project, we supply such kind of steel components, structural modules, containment vessels, and steel roofs. So we have a relationship with constructor companies. So to minimize the risk for the constructions, we are cross-communicate with the constructors to success for the not only fabricator but also including constructabilities. It's a summary for the IHI. So main our business field of fabrications for making a key component for the nuclear equipment. But of course we have a research and development, engineering, and procurement. So therefore, so basically for the IHI ready to support for customers in turning the technical concept of the development project from engineering fabrications. Thank you very much.
Okay, so thank you. Okay, so the next presenter is Mr. Shirakawa. He is a senior manager of Nippon Steel Corporation.
My name is Akira Shirakawa from Nippon Steel. I'm talking about the Nippon Steel and seamless pipe and tubes in nuclear application. This is a business structure. We have several steel business units. As you can see, the steel plate, sheet, pipe and plates, and structural steel, and so on. This diagram shows the component of typical PWR and the main area where our seamless pipe and tubes used. Steam generator tubes, main steam tubes, or some heat exchanger tubes. This is just for your reference. We have also reached supply record in other energy area like thermal power plant or refinery or oil country tubular goods. And this is a quick summary record for PWR and BWR. In 1967, we started delivering steam generator tubes. And if we look at the table below, our seamless pipe and tubes are delivered, has been delivered in many applications. This is focused on the steam generator tubes. We have a lot of supply records worldwide, and North America has been our biggest market. And we have also have supply record in Asia, Middle East, and here in Europe. And this is a final slide and how we see the market and how to handle the situation. The first trend, there are 3 points I'd like to say. The first one, the various designs of reactors. So as a result, materials development or establishment of a supply chain has been a challenge for us. And second, growing steel demand, of course, it's opportunity for us, but at the same time, we face the capacity or lead time issues. The third one is competition. Many companies are trying to get the opportunities competing with among other nuclear reactors, also other energy resources like gas, solar, wind. I think this may cause uncertainty regarding the commercialization of mass production. It is very difficult to forecast what reactors are going to extend and when and how much in volume we should prepare. So given the situation, when Nippon Steel have several strengths in quality, proven track record, or a wide range of, we can supply a wide range of product, and we are a fully integrated mill, and these enable us to strengthen our advanced technology. And thanks to the acknowledgement from customers of our strengths, we receive a lot of inquiries from customers worldwide, and many discussions are underway. And lastly, from the discussion with customers, I think the key to success is to work closely with customers from a mid to long-term perspective and hopefully establish a long-term agreement. Thank you very much for your attention.
Okay, so thank you so much. The last presentation is going to be done by Mr. Masumura. He's Managing Director of TVE Corporation. And then with Mr. Tsurumi, he's Director of Nippon Gear Corporation. The floor is yours.
Hello. So at first, I explained the Nippon Gear in very short time. We are valve actuator manufacturer, so Limitorg brand. Limitorg brand is one of the most famous brand in nuclear industry. And we supply Limitorg valve actuator license with flow serve. And in Japan, 90% of the actuator in nuclear power plant is supplied by Nippon Gear. And our company name is Gear, include Gear, so we are gear manufacturer. So we are not only the assembling of the actuator, but also the manufacturing gear itself. So recently we introduced the latest machining machine and make the gear by ourselves. So this is warm gear. That is the most important components for the actuator. So we can supply our reliable and durable actuator for Japan and also Korea. We are also in Korea market. We are leading company of the actuator supplier, nuclear grade actuator supplier. Thank you very much.
I'm Hidetaka Masumura from TV. Finally introduce TV nuclear product. TV is Japan's top manufacturer of high temperature, high pressure valves with over 100 years of experience. In Japan, we've supplied over 27,000 in past 60 years, mainly for PWRs. Overseas, we are especially active new technologies for next generation nuclear. We also work close with Nippon Gear to develop motor valves control system for nuclear system. TVE and Nippon Gear are committed to improving the safety, quality, and innovation of nuclear power in Japan and around the world. Thank you for your attention.
Well, so that the time is up. So actually, I need to close this workshop. So, 30 minutes workshop is too short to know the Japanese products. So please visit Japan's pavilion. It's just behind you. So please just drop by, the Japanese pavilion. So thank you so much for your attention.